David Locke, and we are on the floor in Oklahoma City. And there's the guys you want to see: Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, the usual fan crowd, back a little further, not quite in its regular spot. Some players over there. Nerlens Noel doing his stuff. Some fans here. Rudy Gobert is currently listed as questionable. Emmanuel Mudiay is out, and I think, or maybe they're both listed as questionable, but it seems unlikely for what we know at this moment that we'll see Rudy, but maybe he'll feel better out with an illness. Jazz playing the Thunder. The Jazz and Thunder have played twice already this year. Jazz won opening night, Thunder won the other one. Both of them been at home. Now we will play two of them here. Emmanuel Mudiay is officially out with illness, and Rudy Gobert is questionable. Okay? So, Johnny Bryant talking with Donovan. Donovan coming off a tough 4-of-16 game where he was 1 of 10. I went back and watched all of his shots, Ron. The thing that I noticed most was his angle got changed by Ibaka. And whenever he drove to the basket, his angle got changed.
Really?
So that suddenly he didn't have his regular angle to the basket to make his layup or to get the shot he wanted.
And that probably next time you just make those adjustments. I think he's smart enough, but that does have an effect. When he's so used to getting some spots out there on the floor, like Chris Paul, if you're able to take some of his spots away from him, the game changes for him. Even though he's been doing it forever, it's still something you have to make adjustments with.
How do you possibly take Chris Paul's spots away from him?
He's just so crafty, so smart. It's awfully hard to do. And I'd like to see the person that can. He's such a great mid-range shooter. And three-point shot's not bad there at all, but his mid-range game is just unbelievable.
He doesn't go to the rim at all anymore, but he seems to be able to survive despite that fact. Like, he really doesn't go to the rim anymore. The story on the Thunder is twofold. One is they're just 10-18 against teams above 500. So they've not been great on that. And the other one is just they've been amazing in the clutch. Amazing in the clutch.
Well, they put the ball in Chris Paul's hands. And so that really makes a difference. And he'll make a play for you, or he'll put them in a situation where they can succeed. Strictly because just that good off the dribble, smart enough to take advantage of the situations out there on the floor. And that high pick and roll that Steven Adams set. And if it's high enough, you're dead. Because when he gets in there and he gets ahead of the defender, you're at his mercy.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's been brilliant late in games. Dennis Schroeder. I mean, they have 3 point guards who basically started for different teams recently: Rockets, Hawks, and Clippers, and they're able to go to any of them in any pick and roll combination they want. And then the fourth guy is Danilo Gallinari, who averages 20 a game for most of his career.
Well, that 3-guard rotation that they have now with Alexander and Schroeder, Schroeder spending starter minutes for the most part out there on the floor coming off the bench, and that combination is just it's great. I mean, tremendous amount of speed between all 3 of them, and I think defensively Schroeder is probably the better defender of the 3, but that's a pretty good.
Gilgeous-Alexander's length might give him a little bit of an edge just because he's so much bigger and longer. And he's able to do things, but his lack of experience would be why Schroeder is probably the right choice there.
Yeah, Schroeder made one heck of a play against the Boston Celtics.
Wow.
Unreal to win the ball game. Yeah.
That was a huge play, obviously. Late in the game, Schroeder snuck up behind Kemba, forced the turnover, got the steal, and that's an example. I mean, they're the number 1 offense, number 2 defensive team in the clutch this year, number 1 team in the clutch by a large margin. That's what's made them so big. It's a big one. I mean, the Jazz get this game, they're guaranteed at least splitting the season series. Obviously, it'd be hard if Rudy doesn't go tonight. That would be obviously a big deal. And in addition to that, I think that it's, if the Jazz can find a way to get this one, it keeps pushing them up toward home court advantage.
Yeah, and plus we'll have one more ball game down here to play against them. So
our final road game of the year.
It will be Phoenix and then here.
All right, that's our story from here as the Jazz and the Thunder getting ready to go. Thanks for tuning in On the Floor. Joe didn't stop by and say hi. Donovan's got new kicks on. I like those. I like that color pattern. Maybe Joe will say hi on this next shot. We'll see if he comes by to say hi. better make one.
Usually when he
There we go.
gets to come back to center court and get it on the move.
You know that every single one of our regular guys is shooting over 40% on catch and shoots other than Jordan Clarkson?
Really?
Pretty impressive.
Really impressive.
All right.